Race number 9 is the next race that we preview here, and we've got a Class 4 1400 metre race. Oriental Smoke has a tongue tie going on. Handsome 12 was on the class drop with the blinkers coming off. Accelerando's had 5 trials. Happy Matador up to the 1400 metres for his Sha Tin debut. Painter's had 2 trials since his first start. Smiling City. Shadow Roll off, the visor goes on. King of the Court wears cheek pieces for the first time. And My Intelligent, the 14 Tom, will wear a tongue tie for the first time, and he's not too far off a class drop.
Yeah, and good to slow the prediction here for this race. Mega Bonus, he was up near the pace in a recent barrier trial. He's normally on speed. He has been certainly his last runs anyway. My Aesthetic should get a nice run through from 3. Oriental Smoke, Paul, and Lady First caught wide.
Yeah, he likes to go forward. King of the Court, another one that can go forward. He's been a bit disappointing his last couple. Thought My Intelligent might be slightly closer from his draw as well. And he hasn't been going too bad races as well.
Oriental Smoke, 3 starts for 3 seconds so far. Let's find out if Zach thinks this is the week he finally breaks through.
Zach, Oriental Smoke is a horse that you'll get on for the 3rd time this Sunday. Arguably, he's had a bit of bad luck, really, because he's bumped into a couple of informed horses in his last 2 starts.
He has, sure. They're progressive horses, and they've gone on to win again since, which is good for us. But I just feel like he's not really committing himself properly at the business end of the races. He gets his head up like he's sticking it out the top of a submarine and trying to have a good look around instead of getting his head down and grabbing the bit between his teeth and really getting the job done. And, none more so than last start. He had a beautiful run in the race, but when he come out, he was just a big camel. He wanted to get off balance. He wanted to hang in. He wanted to hang out. He couldn't get his rhythm. He had his head up. He's got the blinkers on, but it's like he's trying to look around to see where the other horses are, and he just doesn't know what he's doing yet. I think as time goes on and he starts to apply himself a little bit better, we'll see a better horse and possibly over a little bit further as well. But he's going well enough. He feels good in the mornings, and hopefully he can get his head in front on the weekend.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, obviously, I wanted to ask you about the head carriage. I mean, I suppose we can allow a little bit for inexperience, but it was rather noticeable last time. Recent trial, Zach, he just went through the motions. You and the team were happy with that? I mean, he looked to travel nicely. Yeah,
it was just ticking him over, just part of his preparation. He wasn't out there to win the trial or break any records. So he did what we wanted him to do, and we go into the race with a fit, healthy, happy horse.
And just on the tongue tie application, Zach, he'll wear that with blinkers. Was that sort of David's decision? Was that your decision, or was that a team decision that you've come to there?
Yeah, David went with that. So obviously just trying to find a little bit extra out of him, and he doesn't get too many things wrong. So hopefully he gets this one right.
Absolutely, and an extra pound to carry as well. Would it have much bearing, do you think, on a horse like him going forward?
Yeah, it's not the weight. The weight's not going to be an excuse. It's a matter of him wanting to get the job done and putting the field away. Once that penny drops with him and it clicks, then, like I said, we'll start to see the best of him.
Zach Purton, rider of Oriental Smoke. His opposition include Tom My Ecstatic, and this is his last start over at Sha Tin, where he runs 4th behind a Smiling Collector.
Yeah, well, this was an okay run, I thought, from him. He sort of had a good run in transit, 3 back, 1 out. He might have been a little bit keen, but he stayed on well enough, Paul. But he's been a tricky horse to catch, just a one-time winner from his 18 starts.
He's been disappointing, this horse. Look, he's there to win the races. He's done it so many times, and look, he just disappoints. So look, he doesn't go in for me.
And Derek Long, Frankie Law, barrier 3, had barrier 5 there, where he ends up running in 4th spot. He was down the track 2 starts ago behind Packing Treadmill. We move on, Paul, to our next replay, which is Painter. He's last turning for home here. He actually went green in betting into 16-1 for his debut.
Yeah, and look, it wasn't a bad run. His work's been good since. He's drawn wide, so he'll get back. He's up to 1,400 metres. I think you're going to see the best of this horse when he gets up to a mile. Look, I put him in on a minor line, though, because he's going well enough.
He's dropped 18 pounds. Now keep an eye on him here. He's running on it to the end, still running on, then has nowhere to go. There's just backsides in front of him. It has to be snatched up there. So he's trialled it well enough since. That was back on the 9th of January, that run. He's had 2 trials since. So I've made him the Quinella horse here.
He's the second of those trials. Tom also got King of the Court coming out of this one as well.
Yeah, and King of the Court, he's been a bit disappointing, as Paul mentioned earlier. He's dropped 32 pounds coming into with this. He was sort of behind the winner. Thought he had his chance last start, Paul. That was on the good to yielding track, and he's been okay in this trial. You can see Painter along the inside there too. Yeah,
Painter was pushed out a bit in this trial, but again, it's a different surface with him. But King of the Court is probably going the better of the two in the trial. But as you say, he's been disappointing. His form has dropped off.
And finally, Paul, we're back to the trials too for Mega Bonus. He's coming off these last 4 starts at Happy Valley.
Yeah, look, he might lead by default, Mega Bonus. They pushed him forward in this trial. There's no real leader in this race. So he can be right on the post, Mega Bonus. I mean, the trial was okay. He's just a one-time winner from his 11 starts. He doesn't go in for me.
Yeah, he was pushed out here too over the final stages, but one pace to thought in his last run to the Mega Bonus. So just happy to keep it on a very minor end of things here for Ricky Yu.
It is time for the selections. Is it the time for Oriental Smoke to break through, Paul?
Well, look, he's been a beaten favourite in 3 starts. He's going to start odds on, I reckon, in this race as well. He's already at 2.2. So I'm going to take him on with Handsome 12 in this. I think Handsome 12, look, there was a really good run from him last time. Jerry Chow will jump aboard. He's drawn wide, but he gets back anyway. They'll take the blinkers off. I think he'll hit the line really strongly. And at 25 to 26 to 1, I'd rather take him about an odds on Oriental Smoke. So 3 to beat 1. Painter, I thought, was a really good run. And he's another one at a big price as well. He's at 24 to 1. So he goes in for 3rd. And just King of a Court, just on a minor line. The trial, I thought he was going better than Painter in that trial, but he has dropped his form off a little bit. So he just goes on minor line. 3, 1, 8 and 10.
1, 8, 4 and 7. I'll stick again with Oriental Smoke, but he needs to try and convert one of those runs now into a win, and hopefully it can be this time round. Painter goes in a lot of merit in his last start run, considering he ran out of room there late. Nothing wrong with the trials. He was pushed out a little bit in that most recent one. Maya Static in and Mega Bonus the other one. So 1, 8, 4 and 7.
And the favourite punters are sticking solid with Oriental Smoke too, because he's come up as the 2.2 early pick.